Hello everyone, welcome to Naughty Yarnies. My name is Barb and today we have just a short little video for you, and I hope you take a second to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because there's some pretty interesting stuff going to be coming up. And on this video today I'm going to take you through a quick little tutorial on how to make some iron mordant for yarn dyeing with probably things you have just laying around the house. So I don't know if I remembered to say in the video, the water matters. So if you're using tap water, it might differ the color of from your tap water. If you're using distilled, if you're using spring water, if you're using snow, or rainwater. I've actually started, since I've made the video, I started collecting some rainwater, so I am going to try that next. But stay tuned and watch to see how to make your very own quick and easy iron mordant. I'm actually just going to pause for a moment because my iron mordant is actually already done. I did the video for how to make it a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to put all the videos together until it was done. So just one second. Okay, I'm back. Here is my iron mordant. You can see, well, maybe you can't because the lighting might be crappy from me standing in the light. You can see how dark it is here. Look at the ring on it. That's from sitting, okay? That's from all the rust. It's a really beautiful rust color. So I did in this jar, you'll see how much I put in it, how many items I put in it, how much water, how much vinegar, all that kind of things. So in order to make this, gather up old jar. Make sure to, I'm not sure if I put it in the video, hopefully I did. Make sure to puncture some holes in that top of that jar so that there's no pressure building up, just in case. So when you go to mix it, you want to mix it once a day. Just swish it around, but don't shake it, because remember, you've got holes on the top of the jar, so you don't want it to go splattering everywhere. Also, like, it's been 2 weeks since I made the video, so I'm not sure what I recommended or said in that video or what I've learned since then. Oh, take a breath, Barb. Oh, jeez, okay. What I also learned was to not use as much, like, use this very sparingly. So I would put a teaspoon or a tablespoon at a time in your dye bath as you're doing it, because it'll change the color drastically. So I mean, there's so many different ways to use it. Maybe I'll do a separate video on how to use it. That's what I guess I'll do, because there's people that are saying they're going to just take regular wool and they're going to just use the iron mordant and try to see what color they get. Or there's people that are going to put it in their, like, dye their yarn and then use the mordant after it's all set and dried. Or some that do it in their dye pot. There's all different ways to do it. How I would do it would be dye your yarn, and then you get to see the color, but while the yarn is still wet, I would add the mordant, 1 tablespoon at a time, not going crazy with it, because if you use too much of the iron mordant, it actually can make your yarn a little bit more brittle, your wool. So just keep cautionary. I mean, but it really produces a really, really deep, rich color of the color that you're trying to get. So yeah, check out other videos if you like. I mean, one great to watch is Cabin Boy Knits here on YouTube. He has some great tutorials using a different kind of mordants, and I'm just starting my little collection. So maybe eventually, if you're seeing this after, this is March 5th, 2021. Maybe in the next 6 months I'll have a bunch more out and I'll have more information out about it. But if you're just seeing it this month in 2021, then I don't have any more information about it quite yet. So it all takes time to get all uploaded and do your thing and make your product and dye your yarn and show the differences. All that stuff takes time and money. That's why I wanted to do this video. This is the cheapest way to do an iron mordant, and that works just as well as, you know, an expensive way. So I hope you love the video. Let me know in the comments down below if there's something I forgot, because I did it in little sections and little parts, and going to piece them all together for you. And yeah, enjoy the video. And next, check out my next video, and it's already should be up at the same time, roughly within the same day or two. And it's all on copper mordant, and you get a different tone. One of them turns your yarn a little greenish, and another one turns your yarn a little brownish. So stay tuned for that. So take care, everybody, and enjoy the video. Hi everybody, welcome to Naughty Yarnies. My name is Barb. Today we are going to make some iron mordant with just stuff that you really, if you're into yarn dyeing, you really have probably around the house anyway. It's replenishable and very cheap and easy to use, and works the same as like some alum powder, alum salt I guess it's called, or something like that, or yeah, whatever other, soda ash I believe is another one. So we're gonna do this one anyway. So my son went out to the garage and he just brought me in, thank you Cole, a bag of rusted old metal objects. So in here we have some bolts and nuts, and we have some screws and some nails, and we have even an old wrench he threw in with it. So yeah, and oh, some washers. Look at that. He's got a mixture of everything. He even has a bit for a drill bit. That was our old rusted drill bit in here. Here's a screw that the screw part came off of. I do have things like a railroad tie I could throw in here. I have rusted, you could use rusted bobby pins if you have metal bobby pins. There's another bolt. Anything metal, like bike parts, brake parts, anything like that, you can use for this. But first thing I'm going to do is measure how much liquid fits in this jar. I know it says 2 liters, but I want to make sure in cups, how many cups before I do the math, I suppose. But this will take out some of the space in the jar, because it's going to sit in the jar. So I'm going to figure that out. Okay, we're just gonna, I believe it should be, hopefully you can hear me over this, should be 8 cups. I'm not sure if you can see me over there. 1.
Let's see if I can adjust it so you can see me. Oh, no, it just switches the camera on you. So we got 1, you'll hear me counting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
By measuring cups, I literally use an actual measuring cup. So the 8 cups gives me a little bit of a room up here. If you could see, there's a little bit of a space, and that should be enough space for these items to go in. I would say just have enough just to cover maybe the bottom inch of the jar. If you want more, you could add more. It'll just go a bit darker. It's not a problem. It'll just take less time for it probably to actually work. So now that I know that it takes 8 cups, my ratio is 1 cup of vinegar to 2 cups of water. So that would be 3 cups total. So 3, 6, 8 cups. Also, I could only do 6 cups of water. So what I will do is I will actually put in just use 6 cups then in here. I mean, I could do half cups and then quarter cups if I wanted. So what I will do is add, I wonder if I should add the objects. I probably should add the objects in first, so I'm not splashing. Oh, that's a little loud. not sure. Just one second. I'll try to make it less loud for your ears. I'll just dump it out of the bag here. And the screws, the washer, the bolts, the nails, more nails, half a screw, another washer, some nails. You could add them as you find them to the jar as well. Like if you go just for a walk and you find rusted things, just add them to your jar as you go around. I'm just looking in my drawer here to see if I have any kind of metal objects in here that I might not need in my kind of silverware drawer. I don't see anything. So we're going to add 4 cups of water in here first. There's 1. 2. 3. So basically whatever amount of water you put in, 4. You're going to put in half that amount in vinegar. So if you put a half a cup in here, you're going to put a 1/4 cup of vinegar. So half a cup of water and a 1/4 cup of vinegar. If you're going to put, you know, 3/4 of a cup, then you're going to get that's, oh geez, 1/3, I guess, a cup you would put in. But or you could just use a 3/4 measuring cup and then just eyeball half. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect right on the nose. So now we're going to put our 2 cups of vinegar, white vinegar, the regular white vinegar on top. Look at that. I think I just have 2 cups. It's almost like I planned it. I really didn't. 2 cups. Now, I do, as you see, it's just up to here. I still have some room. So I think what I will do will be to top it off. So I'm going to grab a new vinegar off screen here for a short second, just a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to a half a cup, and I'm going to do 2 half cups of water. Oh, you know what? That's 1 full cup, but I want to show you that 2 of something. So 2 half cups, which is 1 cup, and then a half a cup more of vinegar. But just shows you 2 to 1 ratio. That's why I did want to use the full measuring cup. So if I wanted to, I could do probably a 1/4 cup, so 1/2 cup of water and 1/4 cup of vinegar more, but I think I've got plenty in there to do lots of dyeing. Because so there we go. We let this sit for a week, and there we go, all done. I will let you know how to use this and everything, and be right back in just a second. I forgot to add, guys, that I also am going to put in a railroad spike. We live in Ontario, and by us they took out the train, I guess, stations and the train beds and train tracks and everything. And when I was out for a walk one day with my dog, I seen this on the side of the road. So I don't know, a child might have brought it up to the road or something, but I thought there's going to be a future use for this one day. And I kept it just for memory's sake too, for the train tracks. So I think I'm going to add it in with this, because look at the patina on this. Like, it's just gorgeous. So I'm going to put this in the jar as well. I hope it stays rusted. It doesn't unrust it very much. There we go. And that just raises it a little bit in the jar. It didn't raise it very much, and that's a large size something. So I'm definitely going to have quite a bit of mordant on my hands to do this stuff with. So now don't think of old rusty things as just trash. They are treasures. So start a bin and save up your treasures. Okay,